there, it's Rebecca from 90.9 KCBI from Mornings with Jeff and Rebecca. Welcome to my kitchen. It's not very clean, but that's okay. That's not what we're here to talk about today. So I have a question for you, and it's this. Have you ever felt like you don't fit in, like you just don't really belong anywhere, maybe even with your own family? I have spent the vast majority of my life feeling like a puzzle piece that couldn't find its puzzle. And you know, for the longest time, I really attributed this to the fact that I have moved around almost my entire life, at least my entire growing up life, my formative years. We moved from Illinois when I was just a baby to, gosh, where did we go next? Pennsylvania, to New Brighton, Minnesota, to the Kansas City area, to Shoreview, Minnesota. Then it was to Highlands Ranch, Colorado, and then I went off to college and my family moved back to Minnesota. I mean, I felt like a bouncing ball. And when people would ask me where I was from, I mean, I didn't even know what to say. Colorado was my favorite of those states, so that's what I claim now. But I just always felt like I must have this thing in me that doesn't feel like I belong because I moved so much. But then not too long ago, I was feeling that way again, and I thought, okay, how long have I lived in Texas? I have lived here for 17 years. I've lived in Texas longer than I have lived any other place combined, and I still sometimes struggle with this puzzle piece mentality, this feeling like I just can't find where I belong. It's sort of like a feeling of restlessness, and I wonder if you have felt that too. Well, the Bible talks a lot about that. In fact, one of my favorite passages comes from Psalm 62, verses 5 through 8 say, "Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from Him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken. My salvation and my honor depend on God." And then it says, "Trust in Him at all times, O people. Pour out your hearts to Him, for God is our refuge." And so I was looking over this because I'm getting ready to speak on this very topic, resting in God, at a retreat. So I was just going over some of the scriptures that talk about rest, and I realized that I am not doing this very well. I'm not doing this very well. Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. Okay, so do I do that? Is God really and truly the source of my peace, the source of my worth? Or could it be that I am looking for rest, I am looking for peace and worth in other places? Well, that's a big part of it. I know I do it. I bet you do it too. And so I made a list of some of the things, some of the places that I have gone to find rest, to find satisfaction or validation. Having a lot of friends. When I was growing up, moving around all the time, I just wanted to be popular. And I wish I could say that went away, but I can't 100% say that that is gone. Wearing acceptable clothes, knowing the right people, having a college education, my marriage, my children, my career, my ministry. You know, we have reduced our worth in some cases to how many likes we get on Instagram or Facebook. In fact, just this morning, I saw a post from a woman I don't know, but she is in ministry, and she asked if something was wrong with Facebook because no one had been liking her posts for the last 3 weeks. This is what we've reduced our worth to. But the Bible says, "Find rest, O my soul, in God alone. My hope comes from Him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will not be shaken. My salvation and my honor depend on God." Okay, where do you get your honor from? I mean, I have to go back to my list. I find my honor in what other people think about me. Well, the fact of the matter is we're all restless. We all have this sense of restlessness in us. And this is something I'm going to be addressing this weekend and next weekend. The locations are on my website. I've posted the link for you. And I would love to invite you to attend. Resting in God is something that we all need help with. And that's the topic for the 2 retreats where I'm speaking. Resting in God in a restless world. Trusting God is sufficient to meet our every need. Trusting the sufficiency of the cross that says, I don't have to try to please him anymore. I don't have to keep doing and doing because Christ did it all. Do you believe that? Do you believe that no matter what other people think of you, that God is delighted in you? Do you believe that on your worst day, you please him just as much as you do on your quote unquote best day? It's the truth. And we will never rest until we not just know it, not just believe it, but absorb it into the very fabric of who we are. We're going to do some hard work these next 2 weekends. And I really would love to see you there. Thanks so much. Have a great day.